Researchers in Japan were excavating an ancient kofun burial mound when they found an enormous shield-shaped bronze mirror and a giant 7-foot iron sword, the largest that have ever been discovered on the island. On January 25th, researchers from the Nara Municipal Buried Cultural Properties Research Center and the Nara Prefectural Archaeological Institute of Kashihara announced unprecedented and exciting new discoveries. Professor Seigo Wada, director of the Hyogo Prefectural Museum of Archaeology, who advised on the excavation, told ASAHI that a team was excavating Japan's largest round kofun burial mound, the Tomio-Maruyama, that was created in the second half of the 4th century AD, buried in clay at the very center of the ancient tomb, and placed over the deceased's body. The very unusual giant sword and mirror were recovered. The Tomio-Maruyama kofun has been under excavation since 2018. This year, researchers explored the tsukuridashi, a raised section at the center of the burial mound. The first major discovery came in the form of an enormous 5-meter, 16.4 feet, long wooden coffin. Then buried in clay covering the coffin, the archaeologists identified the huge iron sword and shield-shaped bronze mirror. Mirrors, having the power to reflect images and start fires, were deeply sacred objects in ancient times. Many mirrors were imported to the Japanese islands from China, where they became symbols of authority and were subsequently buried as funerary objects in elite tombs. This represents the first time that such a mirror has ever been discovered in Japan. Measuring around 64 centimeters, 2 feet, long by about 31 centimeters, 1 feet wide, the backside of the bronze mirror is heavily decorated with complex interweaving patterns. Its surface is described as the largest of any bronze mirror found at an archaeological site in Japan. Most often, bronze mirrors from ancient Japan are round, but this one is different in that it is shield-shaped. This is why the team of researchers describe it as a masterpiece artifact from the kofun period. The archaeologists said these designs are identical to the patterns inscribed on the kofun period mirror, known as daryukyo. For this reason, the shield-shaped mirror has been called the Darimon shield-shaped bronze mirror. The giant sword measures 237 meters, 7.77 feet, long by 6 centimeters, 236 in, wide, and has a snake-shaped blade known as a daikoken, representing the largest intact sword ever discovered at an archaeological site in Japan. Because of its weight, it is thought unlikely that it was ever wielded in battle as a weapon. It is speculated that this enormous sword was manufactured specifically to serve as a weapon of spiritual warfare for use in afterlife battles, where oni, demons, and yurei, ghosts, strive to capture one's journeying soul.